founders of the United States were deeply concerned about the dangers of dual loyalty, recognizing that divided allegiances could undermine the unity and stability of the nascent republic. They believed that effective self-government and the preservation of liberty required undivided commitment to the principles and institutions of the new nation. This apprehension is evident both in their writings and within the constitutional framework they established, which was deliberately structured to prevent conflicting loyalties, whether to foreign powers, factions, or private interests, from threatening the integrity of the American experiment in self-rule. In light of this steadfast commitment to singular national allegiance, it is highly unlikely that the framers would have supported the concept of birthright citizenship as it is understood today, since such a policy could introduce the very divided loyalties they sought to avoid. This foundational concern for undivided national allegiance is further illuminated when examining the original purpose and drafting history of the 14th Amendment. The framers of the 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868, sought primarily to secure citizenship for formerly enslaved individuals in the aftermath of the Civil War, thereby rectifying long-standing injustices and affirming the principles of equality and national unity. However, the inclusion of the phrase "subject to the jurisdiction thereof" in the Citizenship Clause was not an invitation to confer citizenship indiscriminately, as Senator Jacob Howard, a principal architect of the amendment, made clear. This provision did not extend citizenship to persons born in the United States who are foreigners, aliens who belong to the families of ambassadors or foreign ministers. Rather, the language was deliberately crafted to exclude specific groups, such as the children of foreign diplomats, enemy soldiers occupying U.S. territory, and members of Native American tribes maintaining sovereign status at the time. To interpret birthright citizenship as encompassing all individuals born on American soil, regardless of the status or allegiance of their parents, is to disregard both the text and original intent of the amendment's framers. Such an expansive reading risks undermining the very notion of undivided civic allegiance that the founders and the Reconstruction-era legislators viewed as essential to the integrity and coherence of the American Republic. For a nation is not forged by the accident of birthplace, nor preserved by the looseness of divided ties. It is shaped and sustained by the deliberate choice of its people to stand together, shoulder to shoulder, in fidelity to a common creed. The architects of our liberty understood that the American experiment would demand more than mere presence. It would require the full measure of devotion to a shared destiny, a willingness to bind oneself in purpose and in principle to the cause of freedom and justice for all. Let us then rise to the challenge they set before us, not as a collection of transient interests, but as a people united by the solemn promise of citizenship. For only in the embrace of unwavering principle and shared commitment can we fulfill the highest hopes of our founding and ensure that the light of this republic endures, undimmed, for generations yet unborn.